Hi everyone, Lindsay Reinhart here, and today I wanted to change it up a little bit and actually have a guest. And his name is Paul Kostial. He is a judge, he's been a volunteer and very active in the Arabian horse industry. And as many of you know, Arabian horses are my home. I love horses, all breeds, shapes, colors, divisions, but Arabian horses are really my home, my place, my heart breed. And Paul has put together this amazing program called We Love Arabian Horses, all about sharing and exposing the Arabian horse to the public, to people who are already involved. So I thought it would be really great to have Paul come on here and share and tell us all about how he got into horses and how he got to create We Love Arabian Horses. So, welcome, Paul Kostial. We are both Arabian horse lovers and enthusiasts for the breed. So, will you share with me how you got into the Arabian horses?
Yes. Well, my mother says that my first word out of my mouth was the word horse. Now, that has been a little bit of an issue over the years, but she finally gave in and let me have some riding lessons when I was about 6 years old. And we happened to go to a barn that was Gwen and John Nix down in Texas, who were very well known for saddle seat instruction. That's just where I started. And my first little horse that I rode as a school horse was Sugar Rump, was a little Appaloosa. But after about a year, my parents decided to let me get an Arabian horse, and we bought a little 3-year-old chestnut gelding from Robert and Evelyn Vickers. So it kind of started there, and one thing led to another, and here we are today. I mean, it's been a lifetime of amazing horses and amazing people.
Yeah, and you've been a judge. You've judged horse shows all over the globe. Can you tell us a little bit about your judging career?
Early on, when I was even in youth, I was a member of the Gulf Coast Arabian Horse Club at that time. My family was, and I was in their youth program, and we had youth judging teams and competitions, and I just loved it. I really just loved the judging. So as soon as I could apply, which was the age of 21, I think it's still now, I applied to be a judge, and I started the process, and it took a while to get approved and all that, but judged a ton under some great leaders in our industry and got a ton of experience with mentors. And I've just continued doing that and very, very much enjoy the judging and really like promoting the ethics of judging, integrity in judging, and all the things we need to do to be both knowledgeable and not have a playing card that you're walking in the arena with when you're judging the horses. So
Yeah,
important.
so important. That's amazing. And then I know, Paul, you did a lot of volunteering and you were active with some of the boards with the breed. Can you tell me the importance of volunteering and helping from the backside, essentially?
Well, I've always done a lot of volunteering just in my life, not just in the horse world, but I've been very involved in my alumni association and other groups. And also with the horses, I was a member of the North Texas Arabian Horse Club and became the president there, and then became a member of Region 9 as a delegate and then an officer, and became the director at Region 9 and served on a lot of those committees. I ran one of the judging committees. I was chair of it for about 10 years. Like for me, there's just an importance of how we as individuals can make our industry better, right? So that's been an important part of my life. I do think today, with what's happened, with kind of starting about COVID, I think volunteerism is suffering a bit, not just in the horse industry, but just across all aspects of life. And people are living a little bit differently now. And so recruiting volunteers is a little more difficult. But really, if you're involved in a community like the Arabian horse community or any community like that, I would assume any, even dog breeds and other horse breeds, it's really run by the volunteers. It is a industry run by volunteers. And the more we can have what we call boots on the ground, the better off we're going to be. And not everybody can be an officer of their club. Not everybody can be a delegate to serve the AHA convention or wherever your country is. But many people now with virtual activities and other things can do stuff from home. So with We Love Arabian Horses, for example, we've created jobs that are completely, you can do it from your couch.
Yeah.
And you get points and you get prizes to do that. So I think volunteerism is such a critical aspect of the growth of the breed and where we stand right now in terms of the efforts that are needed.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so you said boots on the ground. You mentioned We Love Arabian Horses. So could you share with us what We Love Arabian Horses is?
Yes, it's a nonprofit and it was started in 2017. not as a nonprofit. It was just a little idea I had to create a brand. I'm a marketing guy by trade. I worked for Time Incorporated, the Fortune 500 company, for many years, but then I separated and I've been on my own now for many years. And I just combined my two passions, Arabian horses and marketing, and kind of started this little thing called We Love Arabian Horses. So I basically just started building a brand, and we made the little red heart logo, which is essentially the same today as it was in 2017. And in the beginning, we only had a Facebook page, and we just started posting little stories about people loving their Arabian horse that were compelling. And one thing led to another. And now we have a 300-page website, and we get sometimes as many as 5,000 unique visitors per week on the website. We've had over 10 million hits per month on Facebook at times. So, the traction and the growth of what we're doing is really taking off. And we're still 100% volunteer. Nobody is paid. We do pay some people who are designers and other things for their work as vendors, because we really don't think that we should ask them to do their work for free always. Right. But we're operating as a nonprofit, which started officially approved by the IRS in 2022. And we continue to share the message of Arabian horses to put out good vibes for the community globally.
Yeah, so that really paired with nicely with your vision and love for volunteering, and then also just your passion and love for the horse and spreading the word. So, what is your vision for We Love Arabian Horses? Who are you trying to reach out to, and where do you want to see it go?
Well, one thing I'd like to make clear is the organization in terms of its reach, and this could be reached via any mechanism, outbound channel. We're reaching all levels of folks that are involved or could be involved in the breed, from the grassroots up to the wealthier crowds or the affluent communities. I mean, we really reach a little bit of everybody. And we have a channel that's built where people can end up on the We Love Raving Horses website and request information, or how can they get involved. And we then mentor them with a recommendation. So really the job of what we're doing is to put out good messaging, good content, they call it these days, for the Arabian horse, about the Arabian horse, whether that's a mom with her child or a 75-year-old lady that likes to do in-hand trail, right? But just giving examples of the Arabian horse in all the aspects of the Arabian horse, not just main ring, but really all of the aspects. And we do that globally because really the problems the industry faces locally, meaning in the USA, are really no different than the problems we're facing in every country. And I do talk to the presidents of those associations fairly often. So really, we are putting out good content to inspire others who aren't involved either with Arabians. Well, either with Arabians, they may have horses or they may have an interest in horses, but they haven't specified Arabian yet. Or people who maybe thought about riding when they were a child and haven't ever done it, and now they're grown and maybe their kids are out of the house and they want to knock on the door and maybe take a riding lesson. So it's really to drive. Basically, we say we feed leads. I mean, we're like a trade marketing organization for the Arabian horse, and we're agnostic, meaning not tied to anybody and independent. So we can support the Arabian Horse Association, we can support local clubs, we can support the Western pleasure crowd, we can support the folks in Australia. I mean, we got a little bit of everything,
Yeah.
which has become a big job.
Yeah, it's truly what the name is, right? We love Arabian horses. It's really a platform, a place for people to spread the love and the joy of the horse, maybe in the capacity of they already are involved, or for someone new to find the breed and to fall in love like we certainly have. So that's amazing, incredible. So We Love Arabian Horses has a really fun contest, I've heard. Could you tell us a little bit more about this contest that outside people or other people involved with the breed can join in on?
Well, if you're involved in the breed and you like sharing about the breed, a lot of what is involved inside of the contest in terms of what you do is stuff you're already doing. So we basically built a contest. It has 7 buckets of types of activities that you can do. And inside the buckets, there's 37 different activities. And we even have one big one at the end called the wild card points. So if it isn't on our list already, if you do it, you'll probably get points for it, because we want to inspire people to promote the Arabian horse. Now that includes both social media. So putting out messages that are positive messages are so critical. And your one post might hit 5 or 10,000 people. right? You just really never know where it goes. In fact, the video that you did for us recently is off the charts. I don't know the exact number today, but it was over 10,000 views recently. And that was posted to multiple places. So if you see it in any one place, you might only see 1,000 views there. But when you add them all up, well, that video was very compelling. So the contest is basically for people that like to share their Arabian horse stories and pictures of their horse. We're not putting up pictures of the winners all the time. In fact, we very rarely use champion pictures. It looks expensive and it looks hard to do, right? So we put up pictures of, grandma out there with her wonderful horse giving it a bath and stuff like that. And the grandkids and people, boys and girls having fun with their horses at the horse show, but behind the scenes a lot of times. So the points for prizes is what people do. They enter the contest, they learn what they can do, and they pick a couple of them and they start doing those. And then you just got to take a screenshot of it and send it in so you would get our points. And then we award prizes. We promise at least $25,000 worth of prizes per year. And last year, I think we gave out over 31,000 in total prizes, which is supported by about 47 fantastic retailers in our community.
Wow. Wow. So does this contest have a name?
It's called the Ambassadors Contest, and we accept folks who want to enter the contest from anywhere in the world. So it's heavy a little bit USA, but we've got Canadians, we've got Australians, we've got some now from the UK and starting in Europe to do the contest and promote the Arabian horse. It does include touch events like in-person experience events because that's the ultimate goal. The Arabian horse can sell itself. Our job is just to get the people to the horse where they can touch it or take a riding lesson and experience that. So that's the name of the contest is the We Love Arabian Horses Ambassadors Contest. And it's available on our website. You can find it easily. It's welovearabianhorses.com/ambassadors. Will take you to a little overview page. And then there's the sign up steps there at the bottom of the page.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting. I know I signed up for it. I'm excited to share the love. And really, the whole purpose of it is to just share the love of the horse. Once again, we love Arabian horses, the fun, the roots, the behind the scenes, really the connection that we have with this horse and why the Arabian horse has been so loyal for thousands of years, right? Just sharing the love, getting it all over the continent, which is so important. Well,
Well,
that's
Lindsay, real quick, I do the podcast and we've interviewed now 200 guests and we start everyone with the question of where and how did you start with Arabian horses? Almost every single story is exactly the same, whether they were 3 years old or 37 years old. It all started with that touch experience. One way or another, that happened. And I find it so unusual that as now scanning and speaking with so many individuals that the story is almost identical every time. So we just need to repeat that in bigger volume to get more people to touch and experience the Arabian horse.
Yeah. So, Paul, one more question for you. So, the Arabian horse has a reputation for people that don't know our breed of being kind of a high-spirited, high-strung horse. So, why do you feel that that is really false and kind of a different perspective of what the Arabian horse really is?
I've been doing well with Arabian horses now since I was a child, but also with this contest and whatnot. I mean, we see examples every single day of a horse that might be spirited in one context. Literally, the child walks up to it and the horse calms down, puts its head right down next to it, and lets the child pet it and even nuzzles the child. I've seen this over and over again. Sometimes I'll be at these farms that have big, fancy stallions and they come rearing and they're beautiful and all excited. And then they let them walk over to a child. And this is literally in front of 100 people. And the horse immediately calms down. I see this over and over again. I think the spirit of the Arabian is one of its assets, but I also think the sensitivity of the Arabian horse is one of its aspects. And the horse finds the emotion and the energy of the human that they're interacting with at that time. And I think that's very true in many cases.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and that's a reason why the Arabian horses used to sleep in the tents with their owners back 2,000 years ago, right? They really are a people's horse. Well, that's awesome. I'm so excited about this contest and We Love Arabian Horses and the outreach. Millions of people you're saying are finding the Arabian horse and connecting with the Arabian horse through We Love Arabian Horses. So that's incredible. Thank you so much for all your volunteering and what you're doing for our breed. It's inspiring. And I hope that so many more people latch on and go and find We Love Arabian Horses and connect, and we can all do this together as a team.
Well, thank you for everything you're doing to help as well. And your energy has been exciting. And we just need more folks like you that are putting out the message. And it's kind of a contagious, if you will. You get really excited about it and you're hanging out with your friends doing things with the Arabian horse, even when you're back at home, not even at the horse shows. Thank you so much.
Yeah, well, we're all on Team Arabian Horse, and it has a
That's number
great,
one.
big, bright future. I love
Thank
it. Well,
you.
thank you, Paul.